This is the Roosevelt homes in, I think, East St. Louis. This is Edna and Charlie Weidman. How do you like the way you look there, Edna? Isn't that, isn't that neat to look back and remember? They didn't know what to do, and I said, well, just do anything. So Charlie started kissing Edna, and I didn't count how many times he kissed her, but it was more than twice, I think. This is Angie. She came running out the door there. And she's just wondering what's going on, I think. Those are two neighborhood girls that passed by. I don't know who they were. And this is my brother David and his wife Nelda and their little son Alan. And he's really a tiny guy at that age. We've always thought Nelda looked like Jackie Kennedy in this movie here. She looks real good. Isn't he tiny? You notice David smoking in this film. He hadn't smoked for years. How do you like that maneuver? I like the way he says goodbye here, too. I don't know what that last little hand maneuver was, but I think it was goodbye something or other. See you later. This was taken down at Farm Angie and me and Velma in the background. As you'll notice, these films are not in any special order. We should have had this one first. That's our wedding. That's Joe, Mom, and Mom. And I'm not sure who the other couple was. That's Edna Mae and Velma going there, and Lola and Nick, and Daniel, and Mom, and Ruth Ward, and that looks like Joey. I'm not sure whether it's Joe or Paul or who. And these are some of the friends. I think this was taken before the actual ceremony began. On the front, there's Dad. I wasn't sure he was going to be there that day. There's Daniel, Doris, Nick, Lola, Joyce, Edna Mae, and I couldn't get to the last few. This is the Reverend Sill. He's the one who performed the ceremony after Reverend Kitchen passed away. He hadn't had a chance to rehearse. But we did the best we could, nervously. There's Paul he was a ring bearer, or Pee-wee as we called him. This is Rosemary Ohlendorf, who sang the solo, and Sidonia Behringer, the organist. And that got dark there. This is where we were let's see, that's where we were actually getting married, I guess, putting the ring on. Norma was my roommate at that time. She's the maid of honor, and she's pretty thin there too. And there, the deed is done, I think. And here's the reception in a little bit better condition than it does now. This is Sarah Jesse's wife, and this is Mom and me dancing through, and this is some of the rest of the family dancing through. I think this is at one of Mom's places in Belleville. We went there at Christmas time. No one knew what to do to be in front of the camera, and I said, well, just dance around the circle. So that's what they did. It's David and Nelda and Joey and Mom and me and Buddy and Lola and Lou. And back to David. They finally got tired of dancing, and we decided we needed to come up with some other kind of a pose. This is Mom and Lola and Nelda and David pushing their heads together. They just stood there, and I said, well, do something. And I said, Lola really ought to be in the middle because she's blonde and taller and got a necklace on, so they decided that made a more striking pose. They all look pretty nifty there, don't they? Like movie stars. Mom looks as young as her daughter. There's Gloria and Joey and me and Buddy and Pee-wee and Wayne. And the dog gets in there later, too. There. The dog was trying to hide, too, I think. Here's Daniel doing his card tricks for us. We were supposed to look at that card and not tell anybody who it was or what it was. And he said now the next card will be the one, which it was. It wasn't the one that he threw out. He said it'll be the card after this one. Joey sure looks like a young kid there, which he was at that time. There's Paul. Camera hurt his eyes, or the lights. There's Lou with his little hand camera. There, some of them are leaving. We're saying goodbye to them. I think this was in East St. Louis on 28th Street or somewhere around there. Mom rented a house there at one time. Mom's smoking there, if you'll notice. And Joey decided to clown around. He's walking on his hands, and Paul decided he'd try it too. There's Wayne peeking around the corner. There, Joey's going to try it again. And that's Daniel and me. That orange sweater, I really got good use out of that. I wore that for years. I've gotten to where I can't wear sweaters anymore, though. They're too hot for me. They were clowning around, Joey and Daniel, boxing. That was Buddy in the background. This is another Christmas over on Skyview in that box. This is at Mom's house again. I'm not sure where. It might have been in Centerville. I'm not sure. That was Linda, Joey's first wife, and there's Lola and Lou, and there's Joey. He had nice wavy blonde hair there, and Nelda, and there's Alan. Oh, Alan does a twist in this, and he really gets wound up. He could do it good. He got started and didn't want to quit. Look at him go. Gloria came and tried it for a little while, but she didn't do it very long. Alan was stealing the show that night. That makes my back hurt just looking at it. And here's Wayne when he was a young boy. Lola and Lou and Gloria and Nelda and Mom and Angie and Joey and Paul and me and David. And I think David has Randy on his lap there. And there's Dina when she was a young girl. She's in the blue there. That's Angie with a red headband on. Alan's still doing the twist.
Here's what you get when you cross a centipede with a moose.